Magandang araw! Welcome sa Clark in Focus. Ito ang programa ng Clark Development Corporation kaugnay sa mga mahalagang impormasyon at pinakabagong kaganapan dito sa Clark Freeport Zone. Sa ngalan ni Andre Benedict Rivera, ito po si Eric Jimenez para sa Clark in Focus. Isang leading apparel manufacturer dito sa Clark Freeport ang aming feature locator in focus. Kung ano-ano ang kanilang mga produkto, brands, saan sila nagsusupply, bilang ng kanilang empleyado, maging ang kanilang mga corporate social responsibility projects, abangan lahat ng iyan sa aming feature sa Luen Thai International Group Philippines Incorporated.
Higit pa sa simpleng pananahi at paggawa ng mga damit, sapatos at bags, pag-unlad na maituturing ang pagkakaroon ng design and development capabilities ng isang leading apparel manufacturer dito sa Clark. Ito ang pinagsanib na modernong pamamaraan ng disenyo mula sa ibang bansa at ang talento at pagkamalikhain ng mga Pilipino. Ang Luen Thai International Group Philippines Incorporated ay humigit kumulang 2 dekada na sa bansa. Ito ay may mahigit 20,000 na employees sa ilang bahagi ng Pilipinas gaya ng Cebu, Bataan at Tarlac. At mahigit 5,000 empleyado ay narito sa Clark Freeport Zone. Alamin ang iba pang detalye sa Locator in Focus, Luen Thai International Group Philippines Incorporated.
Well, Luen Thai is really a overall supply chain services provider, but more specifically here in the Philippines, we're a manufacturer. We manufacture throughout the country in a number of locations. We manufacture garments, we manufacture bags, and also shoes. Luen Thai has been around for 50 years, and we've done business all over the world. When we first opened here in Clark, we were doing business in Saipan. And we were looking for a place to expand in Asia because we actually started in Saipan. We didn't really start in Asia. And we found that the Philippines 20 years ago was the right time to come in and invest, and Clark seemed to be the right location for it. Absolutely. In fact, as a background, our company is quite large. We have over 40,000 employees worldwide. We're a publicly listed company in Hong Kong, and we have facilities worldwide. But within the Philippines, we have about 20,000 people, and we have facilities in Cebu, in Tarlac, in Bataan, and here in Pampanga. Here within Clark, we have 5,000 employees. I don't think there's any reason not to disclose because I think we're very proud, honestly, of the customers we have. Our primary customers is Ralph Lauren, and I think we make one of the most beautiful shirts for Ralph Lauren worldwide, and been doing so here for over 15 years. We also manufacture for a large department store chain in the United States called Dillard's, and we manufacture for a bag company called Le Sportsac. For clothing, we primarily make men's clothing, both knit and woven. So the majority of our business is woven, which are shirts similar to what I'm wearing. Also casual shirts, but we make a very complicated product also for Ralph Lauren. We don't make just basic shirts. In effect, here in Clark, we have design and development capabilities where we work with the designers from New York and they come here and visit us, and we develop the product with them. So today we're not just a factory. We have many other functions that we provide today to our customers. In total, we could produce probably between 100 to maybe 250,000 pieces, per week. It depends on the complexity of the product, because not all product is the same. So if you have, let's say, we measure our production by garment, by minutes. So let's say, for example, if we're doing a very complicated product, it could take maybe half 60 seconds. It would take, it could take 20 minutes, it could take 1 hour to make a garment. It depends on what kind of garment that we make. So today's customer doesn't only want production of products. Today's customer also wants other services that are provided by factories, by vendors like ourselves to them. So they move a lot of functions actually to our company. And some of those functions involve the design and development of product, whether that be wash or embroidery or print. But beyond that, it's really about co-creating a product, about working with the customer, let's say the designers from New York, for example, and working here to develop a product. So today's brands actually mostly want to do marketing, and they want suppliers like us to do much more than manufacturing. And I think this is also why we're able to create other kinds of jobs besides just sewing and manufacturing, which is sometimes a misconception, about factories. I mean, I think in our company, let's say we focus on the training of sewers. The way that we train our sewers is not only in-house, but we also partner with local and regional governments, and also national organizations like TESTA, for example, where we open up schools with different municipalities. And we're able to set up a school where we either donate, let's say, sewing machines or certain equipment, and we put our prospective team members through training. We also work with Don Bosco, Tuloy Foundation, and train some of the children, or I should say, children that are going to become adults. We started with an idea a long time ago on how to train, I should say, on what to do with our people, what to do with our management team. Started out with asking the employees that work here in our office if they have children that they would like to bring over to the football field and train them. So we've hired professional coaches and get them to work together in the football field and learn some other skills, to interact with other children. I think beyond doing community work that is centered around football or around training the employees, we have a lot of other initiatives that are centered on what we call volunteerism, where our employees actually give hours of their time to different causes, whether they be anything related to green, like planting trees, for example, or visiting the less privileged people in the communities. There's a lot of activities and there's a lot of individual interest that is managed well by our human resources to touch people within the community. I think it's part of our values. It's not just here in Clark, although certainly it's predisposed for that, but it's also throughout the company. We're really happy with Bahay Bata because initially we got to learn about the Tuloy Foundation through connections from CDC and through our community of people in CDC. And we noticed that to help Tuloy Foundation, it wasn't difficult, but we wanted to do more than just give money. We wanted to be able to participate in the improvement of children or their infrastructure of buildings, etc. And we found that Tuloy was a bit far from Clark. So what we wanted to do is we set up a target that we wanted to help people within the 30-minute radius from our community, from our office and our facility. And we got together with Father Rocky from Tuloy Foundation and eventually supported him and supported the organization to improve Bahay Bata together with other community leaders. And today we're part of that organization, and we're hoping that when the center opens very soon, will be able to participate even more actively to help the children that are going to be there. It's here in Angeles. Well, we are quite proud actually of this award because it is a national award and it's only given really to very few people. But I think as a background, Mr. Willie Tan, who received this award, is very deserving of the award because he was really the founder of L&T here in Clark. He represents the country very well wherever he may live to talk about the Philippines and about doing business in the Philippines. And it is probably that reason why the country and the president felt that it was a good idea to bestow this award to him. So we're actually very proud of him. I think it's more than okay. I think it's good. I think there's a lot of advantages actually in doing business here. When I think about what's important for doing business, I think first and foremost, business people want stability, the infrastructure of a organization or a free trade zone that allows competitiveness, to take place. I think CDC or Clark is mature now. It's been around for a few years. It's improved on its services, and I think the country is also more stable than in other times. And I think this allows business to become more open about not just staying, but making additional investments. So we do believe in the Philippines, and we do believe in Clark. The CDC needs to be promoted, that it is a good place to work, that it is a good place to live. And I think today with more investment in CDC, it's a little bit easier to create the awareness, but there's still a lot of people that don't know, so that they are attracted here to a better quality of life. And I think Clark provides a really good quality of life. I think if CDC can continue to provide the attraction and the services, I think more people will be willing to relocate from the cities. We will expand as long as there are customers. I'm trying to expand our bag business. I'm trying to expand our apparel business. I think one is we need to have improved competitiveness in the country, not necessarily in Clark, just the country. And that requires two things. One is better free trade treaties with different countries, particularly with the United States. And the second one would be access of raw materials. I myself have been in the country for probably about 7 years now, and certainly is one of the best countries I've ever lived in. And I really enjoy living in Clark. I really choose to be here, and it's a lot to do with how we work with CDC. It's also how we work with the people here and how comfortable everybody is living here as well. So we're very happy to be here, and we're hoping that we can continue another 20 years.